What's going on, everybody? Iconic Wally here, and like I said, I was gonna get a FAMAS commentary out, and here it is. Even though I'm starting with AK footage, but it works into FAMAS footage. I just got some AK footage and a little bit of FAMAS here on. I think it's like three separate rounds of Metro, and I know a lot of you guys don't like me always playing Metro, but my defense is always it's the easiest place to get consistent action in the shortest amount of time, and it is a lot of fun. If I was to do commentaries the way Call of Duty guys did commentaries, they're always one-on-one gunfights or multiple kills or kill streaks or something. They're always talking about something cool. But for Battlefield, it's a little bit different. I could play close quarters, but honestly, those maps make me rage, and I rage pretty hard anyway. But whenever I'm recording, I always rage to the nth degree. I don't know why. I think it's just because of the fact that I know that whenever I'm recording, I'm usually always playing by myself in a party by myself, or just like with my mic muted, so it's not a big deal how mad I get. But generally when I'm streaming, there's a certain amount of people watching me, and I obviously don't want to look too stupid in front of that many people, even though people still to this day, say I go a little overboard. But that's just who I am. I'm an emotional person, and I get mad easily. I'm quick to anger. Those are my flaws. We recently played TB in a scrim on Saturday. I think it was pretty sure it was Saturday or Sunday. I'm pretty sure it was Saturday. They beat us, or we traded or something. I don't know. It was a great game. I had a lot of fun. I was drinking Orange Kush and Jack Daniels, a little bit of mix. It's my hometown mix here, and I was having a great time playing the game. It may not have seemed like it, but I had a pretty fun time. Looking in hindsight, like I didn't get so mad. I got pretty mad at times, but that's just how I scrim. I'm always getting mad if we're winning or losing, especially when we're losing. But obviously, I still get mad if we're winning anyway. But I want to let you guys know a little bit about my schedule. I think I'm going to be streaming every other day instead of every day, just because I got school coming up, and I've kind of made a promise to myself that I would actually try to put some effort into schooling this year. I only have 2 classes left before I get my associates, and then I transfer out next year to either Long Beach or Cal State Northridge, or maybe even Bakersfield. I'm probably going to go to a Cal State, most likely, without a doubt. I'm either going to go to a Cal State, or I might just join the workforce like immediately as like an intern for some kind of company. I don't know. I haven't really made up my mind about that. But what I want to do is teach. I really want to teach history. Teaching is a lot of fun. My dream job would be to go back to my high school, Oaks Christian, and teach as a history teacher there, but then also coach the swim team or the water polo team. That would be a lot of fun. Even though like I hated that high school, I really did. I don't know. Like I think about it all the time, and I know a lot of people like high school are supposed to be your best years, or college is supposed to be your best years. But for me, I look back at high school, and I honestly like I have a mental block there because I just disliked everything about my high school. My teachers were really cool. They did prepare me well for college. I didn't have the maturity when I went to college, but I definitely was like prepared. Definitely was ready for the workload that college would throw at you, because college is a pain in the ass. They make you read all sorts of crap all the time, and you have to show up for 3-hour seminars or lecture courses about stuff you don't care about, stuff you're gonna forget anyway. It's like I took calculus, or I took pre-calc in high school, and I don't remember any of it. Not any of it at all. I don't remember a damn thing about it, because it's just like something I don't apply to myself. I'm not building rockets. I'm not managing super artificial numbers at any time. I don't do any of that stuff. The most I'll do is I'll add and subtract with my hands at any time. That's my calculator, my hands. Or in every single phone today and computer has a calculator built in. I'm not saying it's not relevant, but I'm saying like the stuff, some of the classes you'll take in college is a pretty good example of like high school math to an extreme degree. Like, yeah, it's good to know shapes and geometry and trigonometry and stuff like that, but the only thing that I've actually used is college statistics, and I'm actually taking another statistics course. I took one when I was up at the UC about 3 years ago, 2 years ago, and I was taking a statistics course, and that's honestly the only thing I'll use, because it teaches you what your chances are of winning the lottery, and I always thought that was cool. Like you have a certain chance to win the lottery, and here we have the Powerball. I think in California, I don't play the lottery, but your chances of winning are pretty much zero. You're not going to win ever. You won't win. I'm just letting you know. I'm not trying to poop on anyone's parade if you went out and bought a lottery ticket today, but you're definitely not going to win a lottery. But that's pretty much like what school is for me at certain points, except for history courses. For whatever reason, I will sit there and I will write everything down in history class. I will take notes. I will show up to pretty much all of my history classes. I will do all the homework. I will put a lot of effort into the reports, the essays we have to write, the school trips we had to go to. And the coolest thing I've ever done was last year I went on a personal, it's like we're required to go on to a personal trip, and our history course was like Southeast Asia, which is like China, India, and a little bit of like not too much Korea, but kind of like Japan. Japan was in there. Those are the three areas we studied from basically their heyday to almost modern times. We got almost to modern times, like 19. I think we stopped around Mao's era, so 1940, 1950, and what we were required to do was study other religions because here in America, majority of religious people are one of two things: they're either Protestant or they're Protestant, I guess, which is everyone's Christian generally, or Jewish has a small sect here, and of course Islam, and then there's all sorts of other religions. I was required to go do two different things. We had to go to a Buddhist temple or a Hindu temple, and I've never been to either one. And I went to a Hindu temple, and that was the most foreign thing I've ever done. It was awesome, but I will tell you right now, I was the only Caucasian person in that room. And when you go into a Hindu temple, it's like going into someone's house. If they have carpet, you have to take your shoes off, and you leave your shoes like in a little cubby, back like you're in kindergarten. You put your shoes in there, your lunch and stuff, and you just sit there. And they're speaking in Hindu, so I didn't understand a damn word. But I was taking notes of like everything they have in front of like an altar. If you think of like Christian mass, the altar has like maybe Jesus on the crucifix, the crucifix, right? Maybe they have that. I don't know what they have at synagogue, but think of that except like times 24, because in Hindu religion there's like 24 deities or something, and there's like a few main ones, but there's like a bunch of different deities, and it's the craziest thing. They'll do incense, they have like food, and the priest is super, I don't even think he's called a priest, I don't know what he's called, but he is super informal. Like in mass and in Roman Catholic mass, it's super traditional. You gotta say stuff in Latin, blah blah blah, right? In Hindu religion, it's all like the priest will come up and talk to you. He'll shake your hand. He'll ask you how your family's doing. The people are all talking to each other. You're not sitting on chairs. You're sitting on the floor next to each other. So I was just this white guy in there taking notes, and I took like 4 or 5 pages of notes, everything I saw. And then on my way out, someone was talking to me in Hindu, and I said, I don't know. I'm sorry. I apologize. I don't know what you're saying. I apologize. And he said, he said, it's okay. Did you enjoy service? And I said, yes, it was very interesting. I shook his hand and walked out. So like there are definitely some things that I love about history, and that's one of them, the fact that you get to explore other cultures when you normally wouldn't be able to. And I think that teaching other people about those cultures is especially rewarding. Because think about it, like we live in an era where we think that foreigners and foreign religions are evil, or for whatever reason we don't trust them because we don't understand them, and they've done horrible things, at least extremists have. So we have them painted in this super bad light. But in reality, mostly every single religion out there, I would say, most of the main ones like Hinduism, Islam, Judaism, Christianity, they all have the same core tenets, to treat each other kindly, love each other, basically kumbaya, all that stuff. So and I think that's a wonderful thing to learn about the differences between them, but yet they're all kind of correlated with one another. So that's pretty much it for me on why I want to be a history teacher and why I enjoy history. And I think I'm pretty sure I touched on it. I'll be streaming every other day. Everyone should still be streaming competitive matches. Check them out. I'll have a link to that in the description. If you haven't followed us on Twitter, please do. That's the best way to keep up with our streams and any kind of other nonsense that we might throw up there, like, hey, I just posted a video, anything like that. So if you guys could do that, that'd be sweet. You're not required to, of course. And other than that, please let me know what you want me to talk about. Maybe a little bit more about my life, more about the competitive community, anything. I'm open to suggestions. I love you guys. I appreciate your guys' support. That will do it for me. Check the description for the links, and I love you all. Peace.